Good afternoon, all. How's everyone doing? I am making this video because I don't know if other people have made videos about it, but what I'm noticing is that the youth of today don't care about where they live at, and we need to start to talk to the youth a little bit more about not only where they live, but how they keep where they live. Because well, I just wanted to say, I was sitting in my car the other day talking to my daughter. We were just sitting there, and we had just came in from work, and we're sitting in the car talking, and there was a car parked in front of me. I parked in back of her, a young woman. I want to say she maybe might have been in her 20s, mid to mid 20s or so. And while I was sitting there, she proceeded to roll down her window, and it was like a big bag of, I don't know, like a something, some fast food came in, a big bag, like a big paper bag. And she was in the driver's seat, and she leaned her hand out the window. I don't know if she wanted me and my daughter to see her because we was parked directly behind her. And she reached her hand out the car window with the bag in her hand, and and leaned the her hand over the top of the car and let the bag fly out her hand over the roof of the car onto the sidewalk. And after that, me and my daughter, we were just looking at each other like, did she do that to show us that something, or does she expect me to say something to her about what she just did? After she proceeded to do that, like 2 seconds later, she got out the car, and the garbage cans were parked right beside her car on the curb. Walked past the garbage cans and went in the building. Like, really? Who does that? Like, what? Young ladies, please, please, please care about where you live at. Please, where you live, inside and out. Like, just because you're outside and you throwing things on the ground, it doesn't mean that it's gonna the wind is gonna clean it, or anybody's gonna walk by. Please take care of your surroundings, the place that you lay your head. Even if you don't own the house or the building, you have to live there. You want that, you don't care about where you live. And you know, the other thing I want to talk about is, I really can see where people do not honor or do not respect, not even honor, you don't respect your neighbors at all. Like, I've had some neighbors on top of me that just let the kids run on over top of my head, like, and I'm not, and this is what happens when you're renting, of course, but the neighbors were letting their children run across my head all times of the day, drag things across my head, like they dragging toys and objects across the floor. And I work night shift, so I come in the mornings, and I sometimes it feels like it's the neighbors is looking out the window like, oh, she's home, good, let them run amok now, because I'm assuming she's trying to go to sleep. But I'm not saying that they doing that, like, just they just don't care about the neighbors. Like, when I remember growing up, I remember my grandmother never used to let us run across the, like, be running back and forth in her house. We had to go outside for that in the park. She used to be saying to us, don't run across the floor, people live underneath us, don't do that, all the time. I remember hearing that growing up. That was my mother's mom. My dad's mom, my paternal grandmother, was the one who, one day we were walking down the street. I was with her. I was eating something. I took the wrapper from what I was eating, and I was that young lady that threw the wrapper on the floor. And my grandmother turned around and looked at me and was like, you better pick that up right now. I looked at her, I said, why? I already threw it. Pick it up right now. And I got to tell you that stuck with me for the rest of my life. Like, I cannot see myself throwing anything on any floor, yet not even outside. So if we teach our children this early, we wouldn't have to worry about them growing older and not caring about where they live. Teach them to respect their neighbors, and teach them about cleanliness, about littering, and things like that. We can't just let our kids raise themselves. We need to be behind them. Like, we gotta stop letting these youth raise themselves. I mean, it's a lot, but you know, if you're repetitive with it and you stay on them and you act interested in what they're talking about and you listen to them when they talk to you and you talk to them vice versa, you'll see, you know, that you really did make a difference in a child's life. So I just wanted to say that, like, we need to really start caring about where we live at. And like I said, I know we don't own the properties, you know, like if you're a renter like myself, you don't own the properties, but you still have to live there. So shouldn't you be respecting where you have to live? And I'm not just talking about respecting the where you live as far as the view goes, but I'm also talking about respecting your neighbors. I had people hanging out on the back staircase directly by my apartment, and you know, like, it just, that's very unacceptable. And so I just wanted to say that and put that out there. And I hope that we can do better as a people as far as raising the youth that's coming up behind us. So anyway, just wanted to put that out there. And everyone have a very good rest of your day. And please remember to not litter in your neighborhood. Like, it's so unbecoming. Like, that, where you have to live at? Come on. Come on. We can do better. Anyway, have a good day, everyone. Peace.